Hello students, if you are struggling to achieve 7 bands in writing task, this video is only for you. I am going to share real life experience in front of you. One of our students got 7 bands in his first attempt in writing task. Many students are not able to achieve. Watch my video till the end. We will explain each and everything with the help of example. So here is the real time question. Means one of my students from Australia got this same question in his real exam. My main motto is not to tell you just have to cram this question or answer. Our main motive is to understand how things work in the real exam. So these are some rules. First and foremost, do not try to use fancy words if you are not comfortable to use it. Many students think if we will use hi-fi vocabulary or fancy words in our writing task, then only we can achieve 7 bands. But I must say, do not try to use if you don't know how to use it. Focus on spellings and grammar. Third one is try to cover everything but precisely. Focus on trends as well. Proofreading is very important. We have to write minimum 150 words. Paraphrase the heading line for introduction. So these are 7 rules to achieve 7 bands in writing task. So here is our question, right? So firstly, understand what type of question it is. It's a table, right? So many students think we have to write down each and everything in the introduction line. You have to divide your answer in 4 paragraphs. First one is introduction, second one is overview, third BP1, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2. Try to write your answer between minimum 150 and maximum 190 or 200. If you are writing more than 200, it is okay, but try to write each and everything precisely. Okay, so now what is our first step? First step is to understand the type of question and try to paraphrase the heading line. What is the heading line? Heading line is the table below shows user water used for different purposes in 4 countries. How you can paraphrase this line? It's very easy. So after paraphrasing, what is the line? So you can see the table. Okay, the table below shows means illustrates. I just change this word only. Instead of shows, you can write down illustrates. Okay, very simple. Now water used for different purposes in 4 countries. Okay, so here the percentage is also mentioned. So you can write down the table illustrates the percentage, right? So percentage I have covered of water. Okay, water exactly same. Used here, used for different purposes. I have mentioned used for these 3 sectors: domestic, industrial and agriculture purposes in 4 countries. Very simple: Egypt, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand and Canada. Make sure whenever you are writing any country name starts with capital letter because it's a noun. Very simple. Just paraphrase the heading line, that's it, and your introduction is ready. Don't try to use hi-fi vocabulary in the introduction. Just paraphrase it. Moving further, what is our next step? Next step is to understand the table. For example, next step is overview. So you don't have to mention each and everything. What is highest? What is lowest? That's it. So what is the overview? Now overview is overall. You can start with overall. So what is the highest? Highest is agriculture. Okay, you can divide by sectors or country, that is your wish. right? So agriculture consumes the largest proportion of water in Egypt and Saudi Arabia. That's it. Egypt and Saudi Arabia. So I'm just coloring these two countries so that you can understand in overall how we can write down each and everything precisely. You need to cover each and everything but precisely. So highest or largest you have mentioned already. Whereas you can use this template. Firstly largest, then whereas industry is the dominant sector in Canada and New Zealand. Canada and New Zealand I have already mentioned in the overview. Okay. Now the last one is domestic water usage accounts for smallest share in most of the countries. Very simple. So here is our domestic one. However, in Canada, it is not the smallest proportion, but I said in most of the countries. Understand my writing. So here we go. In just 3 sentences, we have explained each and everything. Moving further. Now, you have to start body paragraph 1. In body paragraph 1, you will start with the highest one, obviously. You can use the vast majority of water, that is 82%. As I told you, you have to start with largest or highest. That's it. Okay. So in Egypt is covered. So firstly we are going to discuss Egypt country for agriculture. Why I am choosing Egypt? Because of highest percentage of water uses in Egypt for agriculture. So what is the highest one? Highest one is 82% in agriculture. Very simple. In Egypt, a vast majority of water, that is 82%, is utilized for agriculture. Make it simple. Do not try to use hi-fi language. Okay. So now the next one is in contrast. Okay. Only 10% is used by industry, while domestic consumption accounts for a slightly lower figure of 8%. That's it. So we have done with Egypt. In the first 2 sentences or first 3 lines, we have covered Egypt. Highest, second highest, and lowest. Here is my pattern. You can apply for all countries according to the question. Now, moving further, a comparable pattern can be observed in Saudi Arabia. So where 64% of water is used for farming, you can use agriculture as farming. You can use synonyms for agriculture. We can use farming. That's it. However, industrial consumption is significantly higher at 30%, leaving just 6% for household purposes, means domestic use. So here is the similar pattern where agriculture is highest, industry is second highest, and domestic use is lowest. That is why I have written a comparable pattern can be observed in Saudi Arabia. Very simple. So in the body paragraph 1, we have explained 2 countries. Now, what is left? Left is remaining 2 countries, New Zealand and Canada. Okay. So New Zealand shows a more balanced distribution of water use. Okay, with industry accounting for 46%. Exactly. If exact figure is given, you have to write down exactly. So here is 46 in the case of table, right? And agriculture close behind at 44%. Domestic use makes up the remaining 10%. Simple. So I have covered New Zealand, highest, second highest, and lowest. This is the pattern I am using, but with different words. Canada, however, displays very simple verb. A different trend, okay? As industry dominates water consumption at 70%, again highest, the highest figure in the table. Meanwhile, households use 20% of the water, while agriculture represents the smallest share at only 10%. So what is our scenario? What is our pattern? Highest, second highest, and lowest, but use different words. This is the right answer to achieve 7 bands in your task 1. So guys, here is our final answer in 4 paragraph. First paragraph is introduction, second is overview, third body paragraph 1, body paragraph 4. So I think I have covered task 1 writing below 200 words. I'm not quite sure, but this question can give you maybe more than 7 plus or 7.5 or 8 in your writing task. Remember one thing, your writing scores are also based on essay writing as well. More marks in essay writing, right? So if you like my video, subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. If you need help in writing task or in speaking or in reading or in listening any module in this IELTS exam, you can contact us. Thank you so much.